Hi, I'm Nick Novicki, the founder and director of the Easter Seals Disability Film Challenge. We are here in partnership with NewFilmmakers LA and Movie Maker magazine, and I am so excited that we are about to talk to Ryan and David from Kryptonite. But first, let's take a look at a clip.
I'm too weak to pull away. I feel it all over.
What are you doing at my rehearsal? It's been 2 long years.
Dude, you got some smooth dance moves.
Come to the green room.
Hello! We have an unbelievable actor that was nominated for Best Actor, and we have a producer. Can you introduce yourselves and talk about what you did on the film?
Hi, my name is Ryan Lane. I'm a deaf and I'm an actor as well.
And you were nominated for Best Actor. What was that experience like?
Right, yeah. I was nominated for Best Actor in the film Kryptonite. Yeah.
Amazing. And
David Zimmerman. I was the producer, executive producer, casting director, and one of the writers for Kryptonite.
you were nominated.
I was. It was the first time for the Disability Film Challenge, and it was completely like, I'm still on a high.
And can you both talk about the film? What was the inspiration behind it, and describe the film?
Well, my inspiration was, I was debating about doing another one because I did Honey Bunny a few years ago, and a friend of mine, Penny Wilson, came up to me and said, I love this, I want to do this. I want to bring my niece, Shanice, the Grammy-nominated singer, as a part of it. And I went, okay, I'm on board, you know? So I got sucked into it, and it was just a joyride. And we were thinking about, since we knew it was romance, we thought, what was the best, or at least for a singer, what would be a difference to have as a relationship? And I thought, somebody who sings, maybe an amazing man who happens to be deaf. So we took the steps, and we went to the people that we thought were amazing, well-known, hard of hearing and deaf actors, and we were blessed with this wonderful man.
Now, Ryan, talk about the film for you. Can you describe the film, and what was your feeling like? What connected you to the project?
Well, this project is about a community. For example, I'm white, I'm deaf, and I was dating a hearing person in her hearing world. And really, it's nice to see the different culture and that aspect. It's not just one thing of love. There's more to it than just, for example, we couldn't understand each other. So we connected through the body language, and she sings. So I felt the music that she sang, seeing who she is, her background, really just fell in love with that. And it inspired me at the end to find my father, to be there for their son, which is part of the movie. And this project really impacted me in the sense that I see different communities come together.
And it was really beautiful. And I think one thing that's interesting is, look, this film it's about somebody who's deaf and somebody who's not deaf, but it's also there's so much about the interracial relationship that is intertwined within your film, and about family dynamics and prejudice. Can you talk about that, and what was the process like in writing, and also in for you, Ryan, in acting and really living out that moment?
You could go ahead.
You go.
Or, okay, I'll go. So, yeah, this role, a lot of things happened. They have deaf people that have hearing families, and some of them follow their ways, but doesn't always work. So it shows and it proves here that we don't always have to go that route. It's showing their true colors. For example, me, I love my family. I do, right? And there's some parts that that I don't align with them, but I accept them as a family. I'm open to show them who I am as a person, including my skills, and just doing something that I love. It doesn't matter where it's coming from, just showing them the true value I feel for them. And that's really where disability comes in. It's something different, showing the world how it is to us, a different way. That's not just one path. We have many different paths, and we have to find the one that's best fitting for us. So I know some people go that way, but I'll take a different path. And with this project, right, it's about family, and it's amazing. And sometimes shit happens, and
I'm listening to this, and the family is so important to me, and it's not just this family. I mean, there's so many different families from the Disability Film Challenge, all the different films, the Disability Film Challenge, the disability community, the African American community, ultimately the family on this planet. And the way I love to work and bring to the films that I'm creating and working with others is about people coming together. Whether it's with Meet the Biz, whether it's about creating projects, it's about two human beings, if this is a romance or a relationship, coming together, whether they're black, white, gay, straight, and connecting and getting rid of those walls, learning how to connect with one another. And that's what I loved about this film, especially, about really coming together and understanding each other and learning how to come together.
so talking about the wall, right? Breaking that down. I grew up in a hearing world. I grew up in a mainstream school, so it was hard to communicate with them. Then I went to a deaf institute over in Riverside, and then I realized that communication is an important part of a community. Language is valuable to them. And it doesn't matter if we're deaf or not, we know where we're coming from. We have sign language, which is perfect, and it makes us feel part of this community. And that's how I feel about the community and this project. And I wanted to represent that so people can see the relationship with the person who is hearing, because at the end of the day, communication is key with this, especially in the deaf community. We have to learn to be patient with them too.
And speaking of being patient and community, you had a giant film. There was, you look at the credits, I mean, I'm like, is this the Titanic we're watching? I mean, there's about 300 people for a 5-day shoot. It really must have been communication. You had interpreters, you have so many writers, you have so many producers, you have a really great, looked beautiful on camera. And so your director did a great job, Cameron. So talk about that. And what was it like to have so many people at Sony Pictures Studios while you were nominated, and what was that whole feeling like to be there together? Talk through that.
To be there, well, yes, on the set, it was like we got on the set and Penny said, hey, we have to have a great location, and we got this location of this 4-story dance hall, music hall, club. And when we were on the set filming, it was like, I mean, it was like so professional, and everybody was like doing their job. And we had a wonderful director. We had the cinematographer, Matt Allen Smith. Just everybody was working together for the better cause, to bring this story to life. And then to have everybody come to Sony Studios and see not just our kryptonite family, but to see all the families of all the community and the magic that you have created. And to be there on the 10th year was such a blessing. You get there and the energy's like, shh, you know, I'm Mr. Sound Effects, but it was so amazing. And to see everybody, again, it comes back to what Ryan said about family. It feels so wonderful to have this community of inclusion and the ability to come together and celebrate everybody's work.
And speaking of celebrating everybody's work, you were nominated for Best Actor. It was a great performance. We've heard so much feedback from casting directors and producers and people that loved what you did. Can you talk about what it felt like, one, to be on set and in that connection and chemistry you had with your scene mate, and what it felt like to be nominated and to be up there recognized for your acting?
Well, when I got nominated, it blew my head away. There was a group of us that were saying congratulations for getting nominated, and I was like, what? It gave me chills. So my experience on set with the producers and directors is starting to practice. At first, I started to practice before the shoot. And you have to understand each other and make sure that we work well together. I did have a lot of questions that, like, you know, sometimes actors don't sign. We really want to go there, do this. For example, I have a few deaf friends who... There was a girl who didn't learn sign language, and I saw that communication process. It happened in real life, you know, and it shows, and we come to see us, and it's nice to have ASL there as well to make sure that we understand each other clearly. Even if the director, he was an amazing person, he learned a few things, so we were able to go back and forth and, like, say, explain to me which line we were taking it from, and stuff of that nature. And then Cameron too. I recommended, you know, like, hey, I'm deaf, so let's work together through this. And that's how that went along. Just showing how portraying my emotions through this character. Because I've had that situation in real life. So, you know, I wanted to put that out there.
Well,
and yeah, just being nominated is amazing. I'm honored. I feel honored to be in this Disability Film Challenge. And it's my first time at an event like this, seeing so many different disabled people, and it just inspired, and it's so emotional as well.
Well, you deserve that nomination, and the film was so good. The chemistry between you, all the actors, the writing, the cinematography was beautiful, and the disability community really loves it. And I know I'm not a judge. I have to tell everybody that so that people don't come after me, but I really loved it. And I know all of you will love it. So please watch Kryptonite. If you go to disabilityfilmchallenge.com, it'll link you to our YouTube channel. And I can't wait till you see that film and all these great films that were made from around the world. And I tell you, these are two great films, and no matter what, these are two great actors. The film is so good. Who am I? How tall am I? I don't even know how old I am. But I'll tell you what I do know. This film is incredible. And if you go to disabilityfilmchallenge.com, you can watch that film. We'll see you soon. Bye.